All right, well, good morning, yeah. Good morning, everybody. Looks like quite a bit of folks left way before me. Looks like I'm kind of like the last one left in here. So let's get going. I slept pretty dang good. Freaking pothole size of a semi-truck. Feel bad for you if you got a low bumper. I'm sure this parking lot sells quite a bit of food to these food spots, but they're probably like, screw that, we're not fixing it. But yeah, this TA here, man, like half of that crap is freaking reserved. Like all this crap down here is reserved. All this row is reserved. Might as well make the whole truck stop reserved and call it a day. So people aren't wasting their time trying to pull over and find parking. They're not gonna be able to, you know. But there's quite a bit of random like parking spots here. Like I think McDonald's has parking up here. This Wendy has parking. Wendy's. And there's random parking spot right here. I don't know if that's for the hotel, but there is parking spot right here. I don't think that's all for a hotel. It's kind of whoever gets a spot, I guess. So I emptied this out, and then I have a pickup around noon to go to basically like Chicago. But it's a 2-drop load, which I'm not a fan of, but whatever. And then after Chicago, usually I would go home, but since I'm not going to be leaving on the road till like Monday, I'm just going to stay on the road till Friday and find something Friday to deliver Monday to St. Louis. I got my microwave box right there because I cleared up the mess back there. I still need to swap that microwave for the other one and throw away the old one. The DOT in action. They like to be surrounding rest areas and stuff early morning. But I think there's something going on. Oh, what a nice cop. He's helping her change the tire. Man, like, I'm a believer in good people. I'm a believer in good people, and I think that you shouldn't judge folks based on one person's action or a small portion of people. Like, a lot of people that, you know, say F12 and screw the police. I don't think that's right. I support police. I believe that there's a lot of wrong going on in the world, and you know, you have to understand that that wrong that was done, no matter what the race, was done by those individuals who are wrong, and I think those individuals should do time and be punished properly for their actions. But you know, saying every cop is bad, it's absolutely stupid. But I mean, that's just my 2 cents. Not everybody shares that opinion. It is what it is. We definitely do have injustice going on in this world and things that are not right, unfortunately, and that's happening every day. But I don't think it's okay to paint a brush and pick everybody as one under one thing just because of actions of the selected few, you know. Just my 2 cents, you know. Every cop I've come across was a good guy. As long as you're good with them, they're good with you. So that's my opinion, you know. That's how I view it. But yeah, my thoughts, my 2 cents. But yeah, I guess let's keep on rolling, and catch you folks later. So this is one of those facilities with the stupid rules where you gotta drop the trailer and leave the facility, even though there's a bunch of freaking parking right in front of the trailer. It's freaking retarded. And their little drop sheets said big letters, Kenco is not responsible for damaged drop trailers. Like, so basically, if they, pardon my French, fuck up your trailer, they're not responsible. If their spotter damages your crap, they're saying, oh, we're not responsible for it, which is BS. So I'm about to, whenever I drop this trailer, we're about to walk around this trailer with my GoPro. So we have footage of this trailer not being damaged. We have door 536. I mean, like, look, there's plenty of room. Like, I would understand, you know, if there's not enough room, if the trucks are in the way, but like, come on. But whatever, you know, rule's a rule. It applies to everybody, it applies to us, and we gotta follow the rules. Everybody's gotta follow the rules. That's just how it is, you know. There's a door. That's a pretty shitty setup. I'm just gonna pull up quite a bit more so then I can just push it back into that corner, and pardon my French. Yeah, as you can see, there's my trailer. There's zero damage to it, regular scratches. So if somebody does screw it up, they can't be like, oh, that was there. Obviously just scratches and stuff, but obviously still haven't replaced that hinge up there. We're gonna walk this side as well, but here's our seal. it's nice to do these things, because to be honest, like so many times before in the past, like they'll just say, oh, just break the seal, but what they don't tell you is if there's damages, they're gonna try to twist the way around it. That seal will not break off. I'm just weak. Probably just weak, to be honest. Now let me get some cutters. That was a fail. But yeah, I mean, as you can see, this side has no damage either. I mean, there's scratches and stuff, but no damage necessarily. If I could find my cutters, where I even put them. See, like, look how stupid this is. Where they literally make us go on the road, like literally on the road between two companies, and park on the side. But look how big this yard is, and look at all this room right here, for example, where bobtails could just sit. It just shows, man, how little these companies give a crap about drivers. And I think the worst one out of all the companies that does this type of stuff is Amazon. It's like drivers are treated like absolute scum. It's crazy, man. But like, you could easily stay connected to your truck and not bother anybody, which is like why it does not make sense to me. Or like, even if they insist that you drop the trailer and pull forward, but to have to leave the premises, it's absurd. So I mean, I guess since I'm here not doing crap anyways, figure I'll show you guys kind of like the AC things, AC components I'm going to be replacing. So here is our evaporator. As you can see, it's nothing fancy. This is just an evaporator. So this sits right in here, and in reality there's just two bolts holding it, this and this, which is removed by taking the panel out anyways. And then I just pulled this out of the evaporator. This, I guess, is like a thermostat, essentially, that there's a sensor right in here that I'm gonna replace that also. So that's the evaporator. I think this is like heat core or whatever you call it, because coolant flows through this one. So there's two things in here essentially, but very easy to pull out. That's the evaporator. Here's your blower. I already replaced my blower. I'm also gonna replace the relay and this temperature sensor, I guess is what it is. My idea is that this temperature sensor tells the AC compressor when to kick in based on the temperature of the coils. Just my 2 cents, what I'm thinking it does. I don't know. I'm not a Freightliner certified technician. So that's our evaporator. Under my trailer in the box that's obviously dropped, I have a condenser for the front. Here is air dryer, which is pressured because there's no air in there. So when you do open these caps, don't be alarmed that it's hissing. Surprisingly, this was only $25. This was like $180. There's a expansion valve, only 25 bucks, which is why I love this truck. Everything is still cheap. Here, this is something you don't need, but this is something that I decided to do. So this is called a junction block. And what this is actually a junction block for a day cap. My junction block looks differently. So essentially what this does is this sits outside of the firewall right down here on the other side. So imagine those two pipes connect into this, and on the outside this goes to your air dryer and compressor and whatnot. But my current one also has two additional connectors right here for the sleeper. And what I want to do is I want to delete the sleeper. The reason I want to delete the sleeper is because it never really cooled good to begin with, even when everything was working properly. And then this freaking panel here started melting for no reason. I could not figure out what it is. Replaced all the wires, fuses, relays, whatever the hell, not switches. Spent a decent amount of money and it still wouldn't work. Yeah, it never really worked properly. And I think that I might also have a leak somewhere back here also. And I just don't feel like spending a couple $100s to get this situated, since when I'm stopped I have this guy, and when I'm driving, front AC is sufficient for me. It does enough. But yeah, so basically what I want to do is just delete the rear AC. Less freon, less chances of leaking, less recirculation, I guess. That's just my 2 cents. I think the system is going to do better for up front without the rear, but that's my hypothesis, I guess, of it. This was like $100, and these are just all of your little seals for your connections, where they go. I guess just throw some oil on them before you throw them on so they don't crimp up and break while you're setting them in. But yeah, that's as far as our AC system goes. The only thing I'm missing is the condenser. Like I said, compressor was replaced about like a year and a half ago. And then what I'm gonna do is just pull a vacuum myself on it, since I have a pump that I used on my mini split. The only thing that's negative about this mini split so far that I've noticed, everything else has been absolutely great, is if you're parked on a little bit of a decline like this, instead of draining water through the hose here and going onto the floor, sometimes it'll drain water right here, because the water will tilt down this way, if that makes sense. But I don't know. I mean, if I'm stopped and I really don't have an option, I'll just throw a bucket here, but it doesn't happen that often, really. But I would say that's the only thing to keep in mind when installing this. I mean, any AC, whether you have a portable AC or a window AC, they all are gonna have this issue. They all need to be drained outside at an angle. So it is what it is. You know, that's really nothing that's kind of like just this AC specific. But yeah, excuse me, these are just the fuses for the inverter. I know somebody was commenting, no, those fuses need to be closer to the box, etc. I understand, but this fuse has been doing good for me, and I think this wire is strong enough, and I think I'm just gonna leave it as is. We'll see how the system does. I don't really run it all the time anyways, so the only reason I'm running it now is because my AC is not working. I'm running this, and this doesn't hog more than 700 watts, so I think it's fine. But when I'm stopped is the only time I'll run it for my air fryer. But yeah, that's as far as that goes, in case you're wondering. There's my inverter. And then I think what I might actually do is put a hole in the floor and run a pipe into the floor so the water just drains in the floor, because at the end of the day it's just soap and water. It's like nothing crazy dangerous. But yeah, I think we're gonna leave our box of goodies over here. As you can see, I got my little mini printer. This thing is awesome. When you need to print something, 60 bucks at Walmart. And yeah, now just a game of waiting. And unfortunately with this place, I feel like it's gonna be a decent amount of waiting for sure. So hopefully they don't take too long. I mean, my appointment is not till 1, and right now it's like 9:30, so I have plenty of time. And my pickup is like right, I wouldn't say right up the street, but it's like 15-20 minutes away. But yeah, guys, we're gonna keep on waiting here, and then once we're unloaded, hopefully get loaded, and then I'm gonna go stop somewhere and shower and hopefully buy a new shirt, because I've been in this shirt for 2 days and I don't have another shirt. So as far as that goes, but yeah, let's keep on waiting and catch you folks later. All right, y'all, at the receiver with the classics, we got Lorenzo and his 05. Oh, you just hit subscribe up top, right there. And now, like, any updates that come by, they'll like let you know, oh, hey, this annoying guy posted. I see you have, are these white or what color are they?
it's a clear.
Oh, just like LED. Oh,
LED,
okay.
yeah.
Those are bright. And you said 05? Because this is an 86-inch sleeper. As you can tell, this panel right here, this is what you can tell them by. It's like a foot longer than mine. You can tell I don't have the panel up top. But other than that, how much longer is the wheelbase? Is it
270?
270? And then the tanks, are they still 130 or are they bigger?
150.
Oh, 150? Because mine are 130. Yeah, you can tell it's smaller. But yeah, this thing is clean. You must run south, or you recently painted the frame, because there's not a lot of rust.
No, it's when I buy the truck, it's painting. It's
Oh, okay. Because this thing is in great shape, and then you'll see the interior is even better. The rain's starting to come down again, as it's been. It's been really annoying. I mean, you're in Florida, so you don't see much snow.
No, it's a work in the summer. It's a work.
Where do you mainly run? Just kind of like up here and go down to Florida, or?
No, right now it's a work in the north.
Oh, okay.
When it's coming the winter.
You just stay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you mind if we jump inside?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. So as you can see, he's got the rubber floor also. Rosewood dash. And most of these, they have a table in the back, but as you can see, his got like a full-size bed. Gotta have the printer. But it's in really, really nice condition. Also 60 series, but this is a 14 liter. And then currently 10 speed. You said you're gonna put what, 18 speed on it?
10 speed on it.
Just some, I guess.
Setting will be 10 speed.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a beautiful truck. See, like if you compare like truck like this to like Peterbilt, Kenworth, same engine, same transmission, twice the price. That's why I love classics, because a lot of people, like, you know, are trying to get in. They're like, I want a Peterbilt, Kenworth, whatever. Everything is, yeah. This, you go to Home Depot, aisle 5, you fix it. You know, Peterbilt, you got to look for miles. But yeah,